What's good? What's good, everybody? You already know it's another The Support Report. Got another dope guest as per usual. Waiting on him to tap in. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day as per usual. I sent the request. You gotta accept the request, OG. There we go. What's good? What's good, OG? You had it. Gonna try again. Can't hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's good, OG?
I'm good. I'm good. I was trying to do it on my computer, but now I got to do it. Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yes, sir. I can definitely hear you.
I'm good. I'm good. I was trying to do it on my computer, but now I got to hear. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. I can definitely hear you. Okay, you gotta mute the other one so we can get no feedback.
I got to hear. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. I can definitely hear you. Okay, you gotta mute the other one so we can get no feedback.
I got to hear. Can you hear me now? How about that?
Beautiful, beautiful. Welcome to the support report.
Oh yeah, definitely. Big shout out to you. Thank you for having me.
Man, it's my honor, it's my privilege, man. What I like to do is I like to let everybody introduce themselves. So please let everybody know who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Oh, what's up, y'all? My name is Hawk. I got a company called Hawk Entertainment, and about 16 months ago, I decided to do a documentary, and the documentary called Sons and Daughters of Hip Hop is where I wanted to go and hear people's stories and talk to people about how they feel hip hop influenced them, the way they feel hip hop kind of raised them, because I felt that it raised me. So I started this project with my wife, and it kind of went crazy, but crazy in a good way. Crazy in a good way.
Awesome, awesome. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to start from, saying a very important question. You could be as long-winded or as short-winded as you like. It's really up to you. But basically
Okay.
the question goes, where did it start for you? The want, the need, the overall, process of becoming a part of the entertainment business? Where did it first start for you?
Well, for the entertainment business,
Yes, sir.
when it got about 20 years old, after I realized I couldn't play baseball no more, I wanted to try to get into the music business. That's when that started. I wanted to be a manager, because hip hop, I felt the way I seen a lot of the hip hop artists get into the business, I thought that I can get into the business that way. But this journey of this love and this culture come from growing up in the Bronx. I grew up in the Bronx, South Bronx, Prospect Avenue, and I grew up before hip hop started, and I had an experience with hip hop, even though it wasn't called hip hop, of course. I had an experience, and it just took me to a whole nother level.
Okay, so tell us the story. What happened?
What I was about 7 years old. I lived on in the street Hewitt Place. It's called Hewitt Place, Prospect and Longwood Avenue. And my mother was like, can you go get the kid down the block? Cause he liked to play music. So they went and got him, and my mother said, oh, let's color the block. And it was a block party, and we really partied. But actually the guy that came down there was actually Grandmaster Flash. At the time, he was named Flash. And it was a block party that I never forgot. So ever since then, when I went to high school, a lot of friends, they used to say, oh, you remember that block party? Hey, Grandmaster Flash, he doing this. And the culture just was in me. And that was it. It was over. It was done. Done deal. And I love hip hop.
So basically, you got to meet, you know what I'm saying, and party with the legendary Grandmaster Flash before he was a Grandmaster, when he was just Flash.
Exactly. And I mean, it's probably thousands of people that got to experience something like that, but to experience that it was my block party, and people later on down the line would be like, they remembered it because it was a party. If you can imagine any party with good music in the Bronx, it's awesome. It was an awesome occasion, for sure.
Oh God,
sure.
Oh God. Hey, sure. I definitely appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that makes, whether you want to believe it or not, or take heed of it, that makes you a part of history, bro. You just put a historic story out there. You know what I'm saying? One love for that. All right, so growing up in that type of environment and falling in love with hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's talk about your journey in the music, because like you truly have from the very beginning perspective. So, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about your love for hip hop and how that's grown over the years.
Well, that's why I said, well, part of my story is that I'm a fan. Let's get that right. I'm a true fan. I gotta get that. I'm a true fan, true believer in hip hop, because even though I knew about music before hip hop with the Motown, the Temptation, all of that, once hip hop at that age, I became a fan. So a lot of the people, they talk about legends then, legend now, they were legend to me back then, first of all. So I'm coming as a fan perspective, and it just took me on a journey. I mean, when I hear certain songs or Public Enemy, it took me on a journey that I thought it was just me. But then as I got older, I started talking, talking to other people. I knew about the people I grew up with. I know that it was their life. But when I moved to the other area and moved to different state and started talking to other people and realized they were going on a certain kind of journey, it made me feel like I had a lot of brothers and sisters in the hip hop community. So that's
big facts. I definitely have to agree with that, because like when I was coming up with hip hop, like it was still not quite accepted, but it was starting to get a little bit of buzz and a national recognition, to where it was definitely a movement at that point. And I remember feeling like a camaraderie with my friends that were allowed to listen to hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Because at the time, we really weren't allowed to even listen to it. It was like a taboo type of thing. It was underground. It was something that we had that the parents didn't approve of, you know what I'm saying? So that's the way I came into it, and growing up with it like that way, from that perspective, it was like seeing what it is today, you know what I'm saying, where it's widely accepted around the world, and you can hear that NASCAR well, let's just say it, hearing it at NASCAR was such a shock.
That's a shock. Oh, there's so many stories I can tell you a NASCAR story. But like you were saying, even with our parents and uncles and stuff, they told me, well, oh man, that. And then it's stuff they said to me that if you can learn that rap like your schoolwork, you will be so far. They teaching in school to be able to. If I could tell my uncle, you know, of course they passed away now. If they could have been like, they predicted that. They actually predicted that hip hop would be in the school. Hip hop would be taught in Princeton. I mean, it's just amazing that it's such a global thing and everything, and that we get to talk about it like this.
Hey, I got those same type of conversations, but mine ended with man, that ain't even real music. It ain't even gonna be around after so long. La. And boy, am I getting the last laugh on that one? Because every time I talk to that person, hey, Step Pops, you see hip hop going super strong right now.
Wow.
But
oh yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? There's some people I get to tell them, because back then there's some people that was, I remember they was like, oh, come on. You remember we also was around with disco. Disco was era that we seen. Like we've seen that it was hot, then it wasn't. It was hot, then it wasn't, for sure.
That way. And you know, it got to a point where, you know, they were saying that hip hop was gonna follow in the footsteps, you know what I'm saying, because of the violence and the background noise that was going on around it. But luckily, you know, we outgrew that, and we grew up a little bit, and we got a little bit more mature, and we came to an era where we started making a lot of money in this thing. And you know, it was a wonderful thing to see that happen for the time that it was happening. And then now we're having another trend of violence, which I'm hoping is at the end, and you know, we're gonna see better days and brighter futures for our youth, you know, in the years to come.
Oh yeah, you know, you know, they bringing it back up, but self-destruction. We grew up a time where we said that we needed that, and it was obvious that we need it now. You know, I live in Delaware now, but in Philadelphia, when you see these cities and what they doing with the hip hop, and they comparing it, and the music, they're killing people, and it's outrageous right now. But really, it just needs to stop killing people. We need to stop killing people. Whether you know what, you know, for sure, that's definitely.
Oh yeah, it's definitely, and it's definitely heading towards that way. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are getting fed up with it, especially in the industry, and you know, it's getting more and more to the point where it's gonna be, you know, that's gonna go back underground. And you know, it's a time and a place for whatever, you know, you want to feel. You know, it's because music, it's art, and we want to keep it open to, you know, be able to let artists express themselves however they want to express themselves. But that's definitely shouldn't be in the mainstream.
Nah, definitely not. Come on now, we all got kids, grandkids. Come on now, let's keep it real. But big shout out to you. You're out of Chicago. Big shout out to definitely me coming from the Bronx and you from Chicago. This is big shout out to. I was really interested to get other people's opinion about my project, you know, that I'm working on. So big shout out to you. Thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you.
Oh, it's my honor, bro. Anything to further the culture, anything that's, you know what I'm saying, focusing on the culture, bro, I'm definitely all about that, and I'm definitely about spreading the word. So, you know what I'm saying, that's why it's called the Support Report. So let's get into it, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the documentary, and you know what I'm saying, like the journey and some of the things that you went through, and even putting it together.
Wow. Well, when you know, somebody else kind of said to me, hey, you know, it might be other people you need to talk to, because they may want to tell their story. So I said I got to go back to the Bronx, and because I call it Sons and Daughters of Hip Hop, I had to get to the foundation, to the people, the pioneers, and let them know that I'm not really saying your blood. I just want you to know you represent a lot of people that you're kind of raised. You may not meant to do it, but you kind of raised us. Your music, inspire us to do a lot of things. And I just wanted to get their story. So when I got to the Pioneers, they liked it. They really did. Big shout out. I mean, if I had big shout out to the Pioneers, the foundation. They were like, hey, nah, they liked it. A lot of them liked it, and they embraced me and give me knowledge and tell me things and let me know things. And if I have a question, I can reach out to them. A lot of them. It's been a lot, and I'm talking about not the ones that the mainstream, the ones that really was there in the beginning for real. So I started asking other people.
Well, first of all, let me say that this is a place where those pioneers, those voices can be heard. And, you know what I'm saying, we would definitely enjoy, you know what I'm saying, having them on the show. If you could reach out to some of those people and, have them, come on the platform, I would be so honored.
Okay, now you said that, right? And earlier today, I'm gonna show off. I was talking to Miss Wiggin, and that's Keith Cowboy sister, who I met in Atlanta when I was doing my the part 2 of Sons and Daughters of Hip Hop, and I met her and she embraced me. And Cowboy, first of all, is one of the person that they say were part of the origination of hip hop, the word hip hop. The word that people use over and over and over again. So when I get to talk to her and she give me information, actually, big shout out to her right now. She on there right now. Big shout out to her. Her story that's her brother, and she tell me story. And let me tell you, he was a person that was inspiring to a lot of other people. I met a lot of people, not male, female, that he was not just made the word up, but he was something really special in the community. And for me to be able to say I can talk about him and don't have no problem, I'm not faking or anything, is a blessing. Sons and Daughters of Hip Hop. A lot of people really embraced us, and that's just one of the stories of many stories. God. I mean, if I had when we get a chance, you'll see.
Well, first of all, like I said, anybody that you say, you know what I'm saying, anybody that you feel is worthy of the platform is definitely welcome. You know what I'm saying? So, we can set that up. We can make that happen. I'm definitely all about supporting those that support those that I support. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that you feel like, man, stories need to be told, the history needs to be unfolded, it needs to be represented, it needs to be supported. This is the platform for that. And you, as many times as you want to come on, you can come as many times as you want. You know what I'm saying? You definitely welcome on the platform a billion times. Like, I want to hear those stories. I want to know. You know what I'm saying? I want to help document some of that history. You know what I'm saying? And I want to continue to support Sons and Daughters of Hip Hop. So anything that I can do to do that, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, let's do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's put that in the works. I market and promote. Like I told you, I have bigger platforms that we could reach out to and get you on. Like, let's do that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, thank you. I appreciate that for sure. And then it's funny because I really wanted to embrace a lot of the people that they influenced, and that's another part of it. That I did. I was able to get a lot of people that police officer, firemen, people that average job that say, hey man, it's funny when you run up on somebody and say, hey, I want to talk to you about how hip hop influenced you, and they willing to talk. It's funny, before it just was funny that a lot of people, 90% of the people was like, yeah, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about it.
Well, you got to take into account, hip hop is the #1 genre of music in the world. It's official, so like it has officially taken over the entire world. Everywhere in the world has at least some form of hip hop, and it's amazing, like, to come from that in 50 years, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I can't stop to say, I got to stop to say that there are some that will dispute that it's just 50 years. and you know what I'm saying, say that there's more than 50 years of history. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot going on with that. So what's the commentary on that you know what I'm saying? Have you heard about that conversation that's coming up?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, big shout outs to some of the people that be hitting me up, and they were talking to me about that. I don't ever think that's going to be pinpointed, but I'm a believer in 1520. Big shout out to Coke Rock. Big shout out to Cool Herc. Big shout out to 73. Big shout out. If you had to ask me, and my opinion probably don't mean nothing to anybody, but I would say I'm going with 1520, Cool Herc, 1973, because ever since I was back then when people were telling stories, it's like saying when they say rap come from a different borough. They can say that now, but remember, even back then, we were saying it came from the Bronx, and most of the time people go, okay, it came from the Bronx. So I mean,
right.
I mean, that's how I look at it. That's
hey, so. When it's all said and done, I'm just glad that it came. I'm grateful for the architects, all of them, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for the historians, the ancestors that have passed and gave us, you know, this great foundation that is hip hop, you know what I'm saying, around the world. Is global. I love it. I love every bit of it, from the beginning to the end, you know what I'm saying? From the ABC rap to the mumble rap to whatever type of rap you want to do, the art, the DJing, the graffiti, the break dancing, everything. This is my whole heart and soul. So I definitely am one of the sons of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And I definitely appreciate you for, you know, making it a thing to you know, be proud to be a son and daughter of hip hop. That's awesome, bro.
I mean, I didn't know that people were embracing that much. I really would thought it'd be kind of quick, but that's why it took me a while, because there's so many other stories. I keep meeting people, and I realize I want to get their story, and I want to be able to tell it in a certain way, because some of the stories really say the same thing, but they may, oh, hip hop saved my life, but it's the way they say how it saved my life. That's what the story becomes, you know.
Oh God, I definitely agree, because I've heard so many stories similar in just the professionals, you know, of how it say, like some people have had religion, you know, being you know, a factor, a family member that, you know, just didn't like hip hop, or you know, they went through abuse for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? They went through trauma for hip hop. Like, love is so strong, you know, and especially when you're talking about being a community and having a family in this thing. So, man, it's definitely an honor to meet you and have this time with you, and you know, be able to give you an opportunity to spread the word about your wonderful documentary. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that we all need to check out. Let us know where we can get in contact with that.
Yeah, well, you know, one thing I'm trying to do, I want to be able to give it to like a movie theater type of project, because I did it this long, and I'm trying to do it in a big way, to be honest with you. So doing that and putting it right, it's going to be a little while longer, but I'm hoping to do a premiere in about 3 months. I'm hoping to do a premiere in about 3 months with the help of Al Pizzario, Hip Hop Boulevard. A lot of support. When you doing something independent, it's totally independent. First of all, me and my wife just said, hey, if we're going to do a project, one thing I learned about the business, if you want to do it and kind of want to do it your way, you got to kind of do it independent as much as you can until you get to a certain point. So far, you know, we've been doing it independent, and the support that the culture gave me, you can't imagine. Even now, I'm looking at the website. Big shout out, because even thinking about some of the future interview we got. Oh man, and they just keep coming. Big shout out to a lot of the people we meeting and talking to, and they're like, haha, come on, y'all. So it's just growing and growing, and that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing.
Well, hey, if I could be of service in any way in helping it grow some more, you know what I'm saying, put some more people on it and making it bigger than what it already is, then sign me up, because I'm definitely all about, supporting the independent movement, you know what I'm saying, because I feel like, hip hop has become a bit too corporate. You know what I'm saying? Like, corporate has its place, you know what I'm saying? And we appreciate the corporate entities that, rock with us and hold us down. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the people that are on the everyday grind that's really putting in the groundwork and going out like you're doing and getting to the nitty gritty of what hip hop is. And that's to be commended and supported to the fullest.
Yeah, you also know when you got to speak about, we, as you can see back there, we represented the 5 decade. We doing the 5 decade hip hop. They got the 50 years of hip hop, but I'm representing the 5 decade hip hop. But you also got to remember all that other stuff, the graffiti. That's another thing that took a long time. We had to get with a lot of graffiti artists. We had to get with the b-boy artists, and then at first it was hard to get it because it was mostly hip hop. But now I'm talking to a lot of B girls. I just met a B girl artist that was from back in the days, and before I didn't have a lot of the female legend, but got the Mercedes ladies. Big shout out to the Mercedes ladies. They actually did a song on the did a song for the movie. Did a song. Mercedes lady did a song for the movie. Big shout out to them.
Oh God,
Baby D and Smiley. Big shout out to them. But the impact that we were able to talk to people and the knowledge, that's another thing. We did learn a lot. We learned a lot about how it really can impact the community in a way, even though they say hip hop, a lot of people speak about it in a negative way. The positive that it does for the community is amazing. It really is amazing. That hip hop, because it brings people together.
Man, and that's the biggest blessing that hip hop, you know what I'm saying, brings together all cultures, all different backgrounds, all different type of ethnic groups and religions. I mean, like, thank God for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a unifying factor. So much so, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. Like, to be a part of it and watch it grow up and then to help it blossom into what it's gonna be in the future. Like talk to me about that. Like, you're going to impact history with what you're doing, because telling those stories like to a new generation is a whole nother level. So let's talk about that. What pride you must feel in that?
Well, it kind of growing, because even recently I was doing some interview and I had a young white guy pull me to the side. He said that I heard you ask somebody that back in the day that people used to tell you hip hop wasn't gonna last. Did they really say that? And his face, you could see that he really meant that. And I was like, yeah, they really meant that. They really thought that hip hop wasn't gonna last. And then when you see the young people, and some of them want to learn. When the ones that want to learn about it get to learn about it, they really embrace it, and they really be like, wow. Also, how many family members you had where you was like, that ain't the first time that song been out. That song been out before.
Facts.
Don't go crazy. And you have to explain to them about sampling and do remix and everything. And so it's like I say, it raised us. My kids, my family, people say to me, how do you let your kids listen to music? I mean, if they're around me, most likely they're gonna be listening to my music, and like I would listen to their music. I would listen to their music. So, and so far it's all been hip hop and all kind of music. We grew up. Again, I grew up with music before hip hop. I had to listen to country. I had to listen to all kind of music. My love for music is I just have a love for music too. And to be able to go back and to talk to people and to get their story and embrace them, I can't wait for the next story or the next event. The next event. Matter of fact, what was the first hip hop song that made you fall in love with the culture?
Well, okay, so for me, it was a hip hop album because my cousin introduced me to hip hop. The very first time it was Run DMC, Tougher Than Leather, and it was like a ritual because we sat in the front room. He turned off all the lights. You know what I'm saying? We lit some candles, and he was like, "Man, cuz you gonna flip out when you hear this." And he put the needle on the record at the very beginning, and it was like I found my real life first love because okay, so I was already in love with music, but I couldn't find my music. You know what I'm saying? When I heard that album, I knew that I had found myself. I knew that I had found my group, you know, and it changed everything for me because I ain't gonna lie. I was looking at the era of what was going on in music, and I'm like, okay, so Prince, Michael Jackson, you know, hair bands, not so much, you know, not feeling the Billy Ocean look. It wasn't. It was. I couldn't really do that. You know, the Ready for the World. It wasn't quite doing. You know, all of that. That's. I wasn't there. So when I seen Run DMC, and you know what I'm saying, they had the Kangos and the Adidas, and I was like, I'm saved. I can do music. I can be a part of the music that I love so much. So that's my story.
And those are some of the stories I got too from some of the legend and pioneers when they was on tour. A lot of those groups they had to, like Mr. Big. I talked to Mr. Big. He was saying that how when he was on tour he had to represent coming from he had to represent as a rap group to be on tour with big time regular singer. They wasn't showing them no love. They had to prove themselves and they represented. I mean, for sure, man. Yeah.
Thanks. And I remember being out there trying to do my little thing, and you know, I came up in the area where, you know, it was just becoming a thing to be extra cursy. So I was I was freestyle with it too. When I was a little kid, they had never heard such lyrics coming from a little kid like that, and I was going crazy. And they just did not like it. Frown. Oh, young man, you got to tone that down, and I'm like, but it's my art though.
I know.
It's the way I feel inside. You know, I'm trying to express something to you. I'm trying to give you the real, but you don't understand.
Yeah.
20 years later.
I know, you know, when I did get to work with some artists, and to see artists to really be able to embrace themselves and to do what they want to do, because you really can't tell an artist. Me as a manager, when I work with artists, I would never tell an artist, oh, don't do something, because that's your art form. Like I wouldn't want them to tell me how to really, oh, don't, you know, and management. If you're an artist and that's your artist, you should respect what he's doing, and he should be able to do it. Now, if he do something stupid, you know, you got to let him know. But when it comes to his artwork, you know, you should be able to say, hey, if you really feel that you want to go out there talking about you want to chop somebody up all this time, yo, if you're going to say it in a way that it's going to be rap, okay, let's see what you can do. But, you know, that's, you know, music and stuff like that. But I don't really deal with that type of artist, but you know what I mean.
Hey, see, that's why I say it's everybody's got their own particular taste. You know what I'm saying? and their own particular vibe. That's why it's so many different kinds of rap. You know what I'm saying? So it's not my place to tell you what's good or bad, because I have my own taste and I have my own thought processes on what is good to me. Now, have I liked some things that were not popular to the world? Absolutely. Have I liked some things or disliked some things that the world thought was awesome? Absolutely. So in that sense, I always tell artists, music is subjective, and just because I don't like it don't mean the next person or the world won't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I always give my honest opinion, you know. So in my honest opinion, this, that's, and this. But once again, there's, you know, hundreds of hits out there that I did not like. So that.
I know. I mean, yeah, it went to a whole nother level. But even I know I find myself, I could be on the radio, listen to something on the radio, and I'm vibing. And then I start listening to the word. I'll be like, wait, but I'm vibing to it. I mean, I'm listening to it. I'm vibing to it because I love hip hop music. So when you really, you know, you'll be wondering what's on their mind when they making music. But if they doing it for the love, or you don't know what they doing. So you know they doing it for the money or anything. But big shout out to like I was saying, the legends that did come out and did represent. Tony Tone, Peso, 131 from the Fearless Four, to be able to talk to them about certain stories, and Al Pizarro, Boo Black. These are guys that really a foundation in the hip hop culture and really was there and is there now 50 years later. Because even though they say it wasn't going to be here, you got to understand, a lot of those rappers, like, are you going to be able to rap 50 years later? And we got up with a lot of them that, I mean, even Melly Mel today.
Oh,
you
God.
can say what you want to say, but Melly Mel's still going to rock that on stage. So
that's facts. That's big facts. Big shouts out to all those legends you just named. When it all comes down to it, bro, like the ageism in hip hop was started by some of those legends. You know what I'm saying? And now that hip hop is 50 years old, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to upgrade that mentality, because, you know, the legends are, you know, they still got it, and they still should be on platforms and celebrated.
Actually, speaking of legend, I don't know if you see it, but MC Shyrock is on here. That's the first. That's the mother.
Big
that's
shot.
The mother.
I've been trying to get an interview with her forever. I know I'm too small, but God, like, thank you so much for even gracing us with your presence.
And shout out to MC Shyrock. I was at her festival. Much love to her. Oh my God, you don't understand. Oh, big shout out.
I
big
do.
Shout out,
I mean, just hearing that she was on my show, just visiting my show, just makes me so great. I'm so happy. I'm so excited about that. That makes me feel so loved, and like I can't. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm super grateful. Thank you so much.
Let me tell you. Big shout out. Thank you, Shyrock. Mad shout out. Because I never met her back then, but I'm a legend, just a legend. I can't even talk. I can't even talk. That's
you hear what I'm saying? Like, totally tongue tied over here trying to get it all out. But
I mean,
out of all the legends that you have had the opportunity to sit down with and talk hip hop, like, what was some of the most like exciting moments for you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know you had some doozies. Like, give me some of the most exciting ones. Like, just throw them out there for. I don't want you to give me too much, but just, you know, few of them.
Okay, you got to remember now, they were able to give me some real, to me and you, some real legends. Like, I were able to go and talk to DJ Breakout at his house and talk to him and interview him, and that was like, you know, and then Tony Tone, whenever after I met Tony Tone embraced me and said, hey, whatever you need, don't worry about it. Raheem from the Furious Five, to be able to see somebody interviewing him because of my production and everything. The Violator, Barshawn, DJ Jazzy J, for him to tell you, hey man, you holding me up. I got work to do. I can't keep talking to you, Hawk. I got work to do. For him to tell me something like that, I don't know. I could get mad on, like, that is like the greatest thing. I mean, he's telling me, he's talking to me.
For
so
real.
many, Rocky Buchanan, he the one that doing the hip hop museum. I was able to get him and his son to talk to them.
Wow.
And they were talking to me about how, I mean, he doing the hip hop museum. So I don't even have to say any more about him.
Period.
Actually, what got my foot in the door was a guy named Cool Cal. And Cool Cal first embraced the project when I called them up and told them that I wanted to do it. And if you ever get a chance, do you know Cool Cal's story?
I actually just got in contact with him. I'm definitely gonna be reaching out for an interview. Like, definitely seeing him and added him I think it was a couple of months ago. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be reaching out to Cool Cal.
Original, yeah. There you go. He on there, the original Star Child. He's on there. Yeah, Cool Cal. He started off as a host, became a consultant, became another person that if you talk to legends and you ask them, hey, do you think Cool Cal what you think about Cool Cal? A lot of respect. You get a lot of respect from a lot of people, and a lot of people embrace me because of him. I gotta say, big shout out to him.
Okay, so another thing that I like to do on the show is I like to get a jewel from everybody. You know what I'm saying? Something that that you would like to pass on to the people and give them a little bit of inspiration, because like doing something like this, I know there's been a lot of ups and downs, and there's been a lot of adversities and obstacles to have to go through, and you made it through so many to get to this point to where now it's almost a dream come true, and it's you're damn near at the finish line. So having that, like, you have to have some great insight on that type of thing. So please share with us your insight on that.
Well, I would say that how they embrace me, because you get to a point where you can't pay all these people to do what they did. You get to a point that you can't it's like harassment. Even though it ain't enough money, the way they were able to embrace me, that, hey, I got another interview. People started networking for me, and it wasn't for money. It was for the love of the culture, of the story that they heard. So the fact that I was able and still able to network, because like I said, 16 months ago, when they said, hey, that might be a long project, me and my wife were like, oh, you out of your mind. We spend this much money in 2 months. We can't go this long. And for somehow, in some way, we were able to keep going and going. And it just, I would say that it can be done. I mean, it really can be done. A dream. And if you just keep embracing people, and I haven't had no negative since I've been on this project, and you dealing with a lot of what they would call divas and everything, but they all totally, I gotta embrace this project. Big shout out to the Love Bug Starsky, who I know right here, but there's so many people that I hate that kind of represented now because of the documentary. and they gonna get mad at me now that I don't probably could shout out everybody, but you gotta understand, like even on this shirt, if you can see behind me, it's a whole bunch of name lists for the first 10 years of the just the first 10 years, because like you say, it's a global thing. We can't thank everybody on this one interview, and the way you embrace the talk about, you would love to talk to them. I hope they reach out to you. I hope they do interview. I hope they network. I hope they realize Sons and Daughters of Hip Hop is all about us telling our story, all about us realizing we brothers and sisters in this culture. Just I got one. I was talking to Jolly. He texted me, and he texted me one love. I was like, oh shit, that's so cool. Big shout out to Jolly. Big shout out Houdini. Big shout out. Big shout out. Yeah, big shout out. Yeah, big shout out.
Huge shouts out. Hey, you know what? Like, this has been such a pleasure. I really don't want it to end, but I don't want to hold you up too long, because I definitely want to have you back again and again and again. So I don't want to wear you out, because I know, you know what I'm saying, like we was talking earlier, you said, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, the comfortability wasn't there yet, but we've been having such a great conversation that I've been enjoying myself so much. I don't want to let time get too far away from us. So before we get up out of here, what I always like to do is I like to let everybody shout out and show love to everybody and anybody that they want to. The list can be as long or short as you want. And in this point, I want to also say that, you know, of course, we don't have time to shout out everybody that we could possibly shout out, and he may not get to everybody that he possibly can, but we're going to thank y'all and shout y'all out and show love in the front and let y'all know that we meant to speak your name. And if we don't get you this time, we're going to get you next time, because we're going to do this more than once. Much love and respect. So please, bro, show your love, show your respect, show your support. Take as long as you need.
Definitely, first of all, I got to shout out my wife, because 16 months ago, when I said, hey, honey, can I do this? Can I go out here and talk to everybody? And she said, yeah, go ahead, you can do it. And she let me do it. Shout out to my wife, my family.
Big shouts out to her.
Big shout out to her. Al Pizzario from Hip Hop Boulevard. Big shout out to Hip Hop Boulevard. Big shout out to Cool Cow, Boo Black, Tony Tone from the Cold Crush. But like you said, you can't really shout out everybody. I can shout out all the new people. I got a young lady, a B girl. She the one that was spinning on their head. Her name is Kim. She's a B girl. I've been talking to her lately. I've been talking to the female that says she supply. I've been talking to a lot of new people too that have a lot of new stories, a lot of stuff. I just want to let you know, thank you all so much. Whoever I mentioned, Mikey D. I got a shout out to Nadine, Mikey D. They got a song for the track. They did a lot of interview. Mikey D from Queen.
Wow.
Oh man, big shout out to him. Oh man, it's a lot of people. But if they reach out to you, show them the love that you showed me. Thank you for this interview.
No question. Hey,
shout out to Chicago. They rappers. Shout out to they rappers, Chicago. Shout out to them. But because I know they got a lot of sons and daughters in Chicago. We're gonna get to their story.
I want to send you a few. You know what I'm saying? I got some of the old school guys that I didn't interview. Man, I love to hook you up with them. Because Chicago got a story to tell too.
Oh please, that's what we do here. And by the way, Katie. Oh no, I can't forget Katie from St. Paul. Katie. Shout out to Katie, because that's where we going.
Shout out to Katie.
After Atlanta, we going into Minneapolis. We going to St. Paul. We going to hear their stories, the sons and daughters in St. Paul. Katie, she gonna hook it up. You know how she bringing it with that music. She gonna hook it up. Big shout out to her.
Shout out to the whole Real Deal Entertainment. Much love and respect to everybody on Real Deal Entertainment. Much love. Y'all always showing me love.
Shout out to Keith Cowboy, to the love, everybody. the hip hop community. All I got to do is say the hip hop community culture. Thank you so much, man. For sure.
Real talk, real talk. Hey, I want to show love and respect to everybody that he mentioned. I want to show love and respect to all the legends and the legendary figures and the family members and the friends and the people that are driving this to be one of the best interviews I've ever had. Like, real talk. And I'm thankful to have had you. I'm thankful to have had this time with you. I want to thank you so much. So we're going to do what we came to do, which is support you. That's what we came here to do today. So it's the support report, and we came to report on you. So, brother, please let everybody know how they can get in contact with you, how they can get involved in this great project. If, you know what I'm saying, they're a legend, old school hip hop from around the world. We want to know y'all stories. We want to hear from you. We want to get you involved in this monumental project. We want to help you fundraise. We want to help you build so that you can continue to do what you're doing, bro. Whatever information that we need to know to do that, please let us know. And I want to, in foreground, let everyone know that we're only going to contact this man with serious inquiries. We're not going to waste his time. We're not going to waste his energy. We're not going to be coming with false claims or half stories. We're going to do the real research, and we're going to show real love and give him the respect that he deserves with serious inquiries. So please let everybody know how they can get in contact with you, sir.
Yeah. Good looking out, man. Thank you for that, man. Hawk Entertainment and Film. You can reach out to me on their Facebook, Samuel Hawkins. You know, definitely it's a lot of other, you can reach out to some of the people that I mentioned, and they can get in touch with me. That is the t-shirt that we actually is selling. We got the hat coming out through Big Jeff. He's on Facebook, Big Jeff. The people that know Big Jeff, shout out to Scooter. What's up, Scooter? But Big Jeff, you can hit him up. Get the t-shirt, get the hat.
Hey, we're gonna put the link in. We're gonna put the link in the comments so they can, you know what I'm saying, lock in.
Oh yeah, big shout out. And really, we Hawk Entertainment and Film, we really want your story. That's what we really want. We got to get this first one out, and then we got like 2 and 3 ready to go. We hope that somebody can give us a distributor deal. We would look for that too. But right now, thank you for your support. We're gonna take it slow, but hey,
I got somebody I'm gonna hook you up with on that too. We're gonna talk in the background. It's cracking. You came to the right place. I got somebody for you. We definitely gonna hook you up.
Big shout out, man. Nah, thank you. Good looking out, man. Nice interview, man.
No. Thank you, brother. Thank you for doing what you're doing. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for having the inspiration. Thank you for putting in the work. Thank your wife for letting you do it. Thank y'all for, you know what I'm saying, putting in the effort to make sure that those legendary stories get told, heard, and produced. This is what hip-hop is all about. This is what we should be doing as a community, celebrating our legends and giving them their flowers. So let me be the first, if not one of the first, to give you your flowers for what you're doing, to give your wife her flowers for what she did by letting you do this. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate this opportunity to sit down with you. I appreciate everything that you're doing and sacrificing to be able to bring this to us. It is my honor and my pleasure to have you. And once again, I will be so grateful if you come back as many times as you want, and we could talk about whatever you like as many times as you like, even if it's just to talk about the documentary again. Like, I want to be your platform.
Oh man, big shout out. I forgot Hayes. Big shout out to Hayes. Thank you for that, man. You got me really moved by that, man. That's the kind of love. That's what I'm talking about. When I run up to people, they really embraced it, and I'm glad people embrace it and feeling it. Big shout out to you. And if anything I can do for you, I'm here too, man. If anything I can do, I got you.
Oh no, you doing what you gonna do for me. You making it happen, and I'm gonna help you continue to make that happen if I can. And anything that I can do to make it easier, I'm gonna do that. So that's what we on, bro. Like you doing your part, continue doing what you doing, and you got me, bro. We up.
Yeah,
It's all the way in.
You gonna like some of those stories. I got some real nice stories. Some people.
Hey, bring them on. And like I said, any of the legends that want to come on the platform, please don't hesitate to send them my way. Connect me. I'm always willing. I'm always open, and I will make room for them whenever they got time, whenever they got openings, whatever. I don't care. I'm open. I'm here to do this. This is what I do.
Yeah, there's some real good ones out there, man. I'm really big shout out to them. They really show love. Hey man, they really show love on this Facebook, man. Big shout out to y'all. I know I gotta go. I'm getting emotional, y'all. Big shout out to you. I gotta go tell my wife. I gotta go brag to my wife, y'all.
Hey, much love and respect, bro. Hey, thank you again. Thank you, wife, for me, and I appreciate you, bro. Like I said, we're gonna talk in the background. I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace. Man, thank y'all so much for tuning in, everybody that tuned in the background. I'm so grateful for this interview. This was like a dream come true, you know, talking to somebody that has that much access to the legends, you know what I'm saying? Like, wow, bro. Like, thank you for everybody that's tapping in, showing love in the background. Thank you to the legends that tapped in and showed love. Thank you to the friends, family, everybody that's in the background showing love. Like, this has been great. I want to thank y'all, man. This is one of the most epic support reports ever. We had legends in the building. Do y'all hear me? Hey, shout out to my sponsor, Supreme Hustle Club, Ghetto Heaven Records. You already know what it is. Shout out Real Deal Entertainment. Katie, thank you for making this happen. You already know what it is with us. It's mad love and respect. Shout out to the whole Real Deal Entertainment team. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the closed cassette family. You already know what it is in the background. We doing what we do. Man, shout out to everybody that show me love and respect. That's what it's all about. I don't deal with nothing but love and respect. Do you hear me? Nothing but love and respect. Everything else is out the window. So y'all have a great day. Y'all have a great rest of y'all night, man. Much love and respect. Legends, reach out to me. Let's get them interviews. All I need is your time. I want to hear them stories. I want to share them stories. Much love and respect to everybody in the background. Peace.